Hello and welcome. My name is Emma Hannigan and I am part of the Where I Write series on Periscope. I'm an Irish author and I'm from a seaside town called Bray in County Wicklow. I'd like to show you around my office and where I work, and this is basically where all the books happen. I'm currently in the middle of the tour for my new novel, which is called The Secrets We Share. It's my 10th book, and I came into writing quite by mistake. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a few minutes. But basically, this is my office. I'm going to tap this and it'll turn around the other. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I'm very fortunate that my office is in this wonderful Georgian building, and as you can see, we've got big high ceilings, and I've just had it done up, so it's very, very clean and very neat looking, which I don't know how long it's going to stay like this. These big boards all the way across the room are mood boards where I intend putting all sorts of things that will be inspirational and things that are giving me ideas for books and things like that. At the moment it says I leave a trail of sparkle everywhere I go. That's because I am pretty much a magpie. I love anything to do with glittery, sparkly stuff. I'm obsessed with Christmas as well. That isn't actually a Christmas tree in the corner, it's just some glittery sticks that will do me until I'm allowed to put up a Christmas tree again. I'm completely and utterly obsessed with anything sparkly, glittery and fluffy, as I said. Over here now, a lot of authors tell you that they get lots of inspiration from all sorts of amazing and fabulous things. Here's my main source of inspiration. It's my coffee machine. I absolutely love Nespresso coffee. I'm not actually being paid to say that, but I couldn't live without it. Here are some of the little postcards. My lovely publishers at Headline send me the copy or the cover of my books every time in little postcard form, so I can send them out to people and things like that, which is really nice of them. My parents are very proud of what I do and they're incredibly kind, so they've had loads of my books mounted and put into frames like this. This is my first book, Designer Jeans, and that was really where my writing story began. I found out in 2006, Jean, this is me again. I'm going to bring you over here for a second. I found out in 2005 actually that I have a cancer carrying gene, which has actually been made quite famous now by Angelina Jolie. I carry the BRCA1 gene, and so I decided that I was going to have preventative surgery. So I had a double mastectomy and had my ovaries removed, as I had an 85% chance of developing breast cancer and a 50% chance of ovarian cancer. So the odds are pretty high, I'm sure you'll agree. So I decided to have all of the surgery, and then sadly a year later I was diagnosed with cancer for the first time. But you could think this could have been the worst time of my life and that I should have been ready to kind of stamp my foot and say this isn't fair. But some serious light came out of the darkness at that time because I began to write. I started logging what was happening to me as a spleen venting exercise to try and get through what was going on, and discovered two things. That first of all, I loved writing, but I was actually boring myself. So I figured that it might be kind of fun to turn what was happening to me into a fiction novel. When I say turn it into a fiction novel, I actually didn't intend for anybody to ever read it, but that was what happened. I'm very lucky that I have an incredibly good friend by the name of Kathy Kelly. Some of you may have heard of her. Mrs. International Bestselling author. She's an amazing, amazing person, but she's also an amazing friend. And at the time, she was asking me what I was doing and why I was constantly on the computer. So I eventually showed her what I was writing, and she was so encouraging and told me to send it off to publishers, which is what I did. I did it completely blindly and had no idea of what I was heading for. And I was so incredibly fortunate that I got 2 offers within the space of 2 weeks. And those 2 offers pretty much led to my first book deal. And I'm just going to really not very good at this. I have to apologise. This is like a really, really bad version of Cribs, isn't it? But here is Designer Jeans, which was my first book. And this basically detailed, it mirrored really what was happening to me at the time. And it was an amazing eye-opener for me, because I remember the first time walking into a bookshop and seeing my name on the title of a book, and it was just so overwhelming. And since then, as you can see, I've written lots of other books. This is my 10th book actually, The Secrets We Share, that is out in Ireland at the moment. It's coming out in the UK soon. But it's an incredible journey for me to delve into this incredible world that authors have. Mind you, say incredible world, sorry, I shouldn't stand too close to the window, it's very bright. A lot of the time when you're writing, you're just sitting at a desk. It's not really that glamorous. So I decided to do up my office, as I said to you already. And so I thought I needed some brightness in my life. So these are my lovely bright yellow chairs with my bright pink cushions on them, which have really caused quite a lot of consternation, usually amongst the men folk. Men are not getting the yellow chair thing. This is my coffee table then, which has all sorts of little doodads and things inside it, which is great. I'm obsessed with candles as well. You always have to have a candle lighting. And then here is my desk. This is where all the writing and everything takes place. I have seen some of the other authors did some fantastic Periscope videos, and they've got all these books of notes and all sorts of things like that. I think I'm probably a lot more techie than I realised. I really don't do notes. So this is my laptop that basically comes home with me when I'm finished at the day's work. This is like an ad for Apple, isn't it, actually? I'm on an iPhone with this and then the laptop as well. They all talk to each other, so it's great. This is probably the extent of the notes that I have written over the last 3 books, which is only a few pages when I was stuck on a plane and had no Wi-Fi. I really don't do a lot of writing. I'm probably very good for the Save the Planet people. I don't do a lot of writing on actual pieces of paper. Everything is done in here on my computer. And I do have a very sad looking pot of pens there, but that's about the height of it with the traditional thing. I do have, which I must point out here, that's actually my son's handprint on one of those things that he made as a kid. But when he was very little. But they're my row of lipsticks. And the reason I have those is, I suppose, over the last few years while I've been ill, around here so you can see me, hi. The reason that I have those is I've had cancer 9 times over the last few years. And I have always had the mentality that cancer won't define me, that cancer will not beat me, and that cancer is not the thing that rules my life. So if I'm having a day where I'm feeling a little bit down, as far as I'm concerned, a cup of coffee and put on some bright lipstick and get on with your writing. And there can't be much better than that. It's worked for me so far, and it's absolutely my saviour. Some people find religion and some people find chocolate. I do find chocolate as well, mind you. But I found writing when I became ill, and it's definitely been my therapy. It's been my saviour. It's been the thing that has kept me going. For instance, last year I did 50 sessions of radiation. So that was every single day having to go to the hospital. And while you could kind of think, gosh, that sounds really grueling, which it was, my mind was not there. My body was on the radiation table. I was there physically and I went through all of the treatment, but my mind was actually on the book that I was writing at the time, which was actually a Christmassy themed book, The Heart of Winter. And it was about a family coming together in a time of adversity, and there was lots of Christmas trees, there was loads of sparkly things and all the things that I like. So while I was lying on the radiation table, it was incredibly painful what I went through, because the tumours at the time were on the back of my head. And I had to be clipped down to a table, which was, really painful. But I would lie on the radiation table, and instead of lying there and thinking, oh my God, I'm going through this awful radiation and this is going on in my head, I was off thinking, okay, it would be great if one of the characters could go to Harvey Nicks and buy an amazing dress, or if they could put up another Christmas tree, or if they could have a party or organise something amazing. So that's exactly what I used to do every day. My trusty little laptop came with me every day. I used to have this turn around. Yeah, there's my lovely little laptop that came with me every day to the hospital. And I would literally keep this on my lap, and sometimes with hospital queues, I've been waiting for hours, didn't matter, I'd write a few more chapters. Here's another little interesting thing people might like to see. This is the cover of Driving Home for Christmas, one of my books that the publishers sent through to me when they had decided on the cover design and everything. And so this was kind of the first physical thing that I got with this book, and it was so exciting to get. It really is so amazing, and to see, you know, the colours and all the things that I had seen already on an email, but like these are amazing when you get them. Things like that are fantastic. Here's my little nod to the hippiness in my life. That is my salt lamp. It was given to me by my aunt. They're meant to be very good, and they disperse salt into the air apparently, and they're meant to diffuse some of the baddies that computers give out. Whether it does any of that or not, I don't know, but it looks nice. And okay, what else can I show you? There's my coffee cup. I'm a bit odd with my coffee cup. I like it to be a cup and saucer, and I like it to be porcelain. I'm probably very spoilt, but that's the way I like doing it. I'm going to bring you back over to my window now. As you can see, I've got this amazing big double window because I'm in this gorgeous Georgian building. And I've got a fantastic view. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. I'm out over the rooftops and everything across the way. There's actually, I can just glimpse the sea over to the side. So if I'm ever feeling like I'm losing inspiration or anything like that, I can go over and look out the window, and the whole world seems like a much better place. This is really unprofessional, isn't it? I don't think I'm ever going to get a job through the keyhole or anything like that. I better stick to the writing. But I probably am going to leave you pretty soon, because there's nothing worse than somebody warbling on and on and on. But if I could give anybody advice, if anybody at home is sitting there and wondering whether or not they have the book in them and that they're able to write it, I didn't have any writing training. I wrote from the heart. I write what I know. I do research quite a bit if I'm dealing with a contentious issue in a book or whatever. You have to do that because there's always somebody who knows more than you do about everything. And I learned that really, really quickly. But writing is an amazing job. It's something that you can do from anywhere. I do it sometimes from this lovely office, sometimes, as I said, from a hospital bed or from a waiting room, or anywhere else that I might end up being. Actually, if I'm on the school run and I'm waiting for too long for the kids, I'll flip open my laptop and I'll start writing again. Actually, I'm quite obsessed with writing. I didn't realise how much I was until I'm saying it out loud. Anyway, thanks so much for dropping by. I'm so delighted to be part of this, and I hope that lots of other authors get involved in the Where I Write initiative. And good luck to everybody who thinks that they have a book in them. Go and write it. It's an amazing job. I'd recommend it to anybody. Talk to you all again. Bye.